Deep in ancient Lycia, something impossible stalked the mountains. Three creatures fused into one nightmare: a lion's muscled body, a goat's head breathing fire from its spine, and a serpent writhing where its tail should be. This wasn't just another monster. The Chimera was born from chaos itself, offspring of Typhon, the father of all monsters, and Echidna, half woman, half serpent. When people saw it prowling the peaks, they knew disaster was coming. Storms would tear through valleys, volcanoes would erupt. The beast was an omen written in flesh and flame. The creature's hunting patterns were methodical and terrifying. It would descend from the high crags at dawn, when mist still clung to the valleys. Shepherds would find their flocks reduced to ash and bone, entire orchards withered black from its breath. The lucky ones who escaped described the same horrifying details: the way all three heads moved independently, the lion scanning for prey, while the goat breathed streams of fire, and the serpent tail struck at anything that moved. For years, it burned through villages like wildfire. Families abandoned their homes, fleeing to distant cities with nothing but the clothes on their backs. King Iobates couldn't sleep knowing his people were dying, his kingdom turning into a wasteland. The monster wasn't just killing, it was erasing entire communities from existence. So he called upon Bellerophon, son of Poseidon, to end the terror. But here's what nobody expected. Bellerophon couldn't win this fight on foot. Every warrior who'd tried to face the Chimera on ground level had been incinerated before getting close enough to strike. The oracle Polyidus told him something crucial. He needed Pegasus, the winged horse. Only from the sky could he hope to survive the creature's devastating fire. That night in Minerva's temple, as Bellerophon prayed for guidance, the goddess appeared with a golden bridle that seemed to glow with its own light. She told him the secret. Pegasus couldn't be captured by force or trickery. The divine horse would only serve someone worthy of the god's blessing. When Bellerophon found Pegasus at the sacred spring, the horse saw that divine gift and knew this was destiny. Their first encounter with the Chimera nearly ended in disaster. Flying above the beast, Bellerophon rained arrows down with perfect aim. Every single one melted before impact. The creature's fire breath was so intense it turned metal to liquid mid-air, creating a shower of molten bronze that forced Pegasus to spiral higher and higher. The Chimera wasn't just dangerous, it was intelligent. The lion head tracked their flight patterns, the goat head aimed precisely where they'd be, not where they were. As the beast's flames reached higher, threatening to burn both rider and horse from the sky, Bellerophon realized conventional weapons were useless. That's when desperation bred genius. He attached a chunk of lead to his spear tip and dove straight into the monster's open jaws. It was the kind of move that should have killed him instantly. But Bellerophon had counted on one thing. The Chimera's own fire became its doom. The lead melted instantly, pouring molten metal down its throat, burning through its insides until the impossible creature finally fell silent. The victory changed everything. Villages that had been ghost towns for years came back to life. But the strangest part? The Chimera's death didn't end the fires in Lycia. Some say the Chimera was never just a monster. In Lycia, where eternal flames still burn from the mountainside, locals believe it represented something deeper, the raw, destructive power of the volcanic earth itself, finally tamed by human courage and divine intervention. Those flames that tourists still visit today, they're the same ones that burned when the Chimera ruled those peaks. Subscribe if you want to hear more stories where heroes face the impossible.
Until next time.